Alright, let's play a little bit of Mage. Thought you're in the toilet. No. No, I got out of the toilet. I'm gonna take this Runed Orb. Orb is cool. Redbird has 37 friends online. He must be a more popular man. The most popular man in Hearthstone. So true. That's me. I've actually been, if you got kicked off my friends list, I'm sorry. I've been plucking people off who haven't been on for a really long time. Trying to get down to like a lower number. Love Mage, me too. Me too. Take a bunker over a Skulker. Do like Skulker. Met a priest at 11-2, felt good with Hydralodon on board, and he drowns my Colossal. Psychic Conjurers, my selected breeder, and discovers my minion and wins. That's cool. Actually, no. You kind of gotta respect that, right? How many of those 38 are stream snipers? Probably at least 25 of them. Speaking of which, let me boot another person off who I don't recognize. Who's that? I can't remember. Which X-Men are you? I'm probably Cyclops or Wolverine or the Beast. Alright, let's take a dragon here. Actually, I'm gonna take Multicaster. I'm gonna believe. We got an Arcane that discovers a Fire or Frost probably. It's gonna be a 4-mana draw 3. I'm feeling good. Rutu Nutu, what's up, Rutu? Take a Librarian over a Legionnaire. I hate Legionnaire. I do. How's everybody? Who else is here? Blistering Cold, Starsy. We got a Boomy here, taking his shirt off and wiggling. Llama. There once was a man with a little red beard. So people would say he is a little bit weird. When he drafts cards, the channel did cheer. His name was that man with the red beardy beard. Oh, great song. Did you need to type it 100 times? Sorry, I went back to read that at the top. Great song. I'm slamming this Arcane Overflow. Beautiful. I'm supposed to be sleeping, don't tell anybody. I'm gonna tell your wife. I'm gonna tell your husband. I'm gonna tell your boss, and I'm gonna tell your dog. And your kids. You gotta sing it like an Irish shake. There once was a man with a little bit beard. So people would say that he's a little bit weird when he drafts good cards. The channel did cheer. His name was that man with the ready bed beard. Oh. Yeah, was that better? Kill me. I don't want any of these. I'll take the 4. This one I don't want either. What the hell are these? I got excited. I saw a legendary. I will take Jackson. I would make it in gold, but that card sucks. We actually have that one tradable? Yeah, sure. Snow Flurry? Snow Flurry's good. Merchant's good. I actually don't hate Draconic, but right now it doesn't look super consistent, whereas Merchant's just good. That's 2 tradable cards with our Jackson. Kinda cool. Oh, I like that jelly. Man, we have so many arcane spells. Just give me a couple of fire, a couple of frost. Ice Hoof? Yeah, Ice Hoof is fine. It's okay. Am I taking a Bubbler? I hate Bubbler. I guess I'll take it. I don't like this. Hey, Bert. Probably just a Reef Walker here. We have no mechs, right? No mechs. Reef Walker's good. There's another Arcane Overflow. Do you want some ice? Do you want some fire? But I'm not passing an Arcane Overflow. I think Ice Hoof is underrated. Super OP. The thing about Ice Hoof is, like, if you're trying to put pressure on your opponent, it does not do that. So let's say you're trading resources back and forth. If this is your turn 6 play and you have a low quality deck, you're never going to kill them fast enough. Like, it's better to play a 6 mana 5/5 or whatever. because you're at least gonna have a chance to hit him in the face, and maybe draw like a Pyroblast or something. If you're ahead on board and you're protecting a Corporal or a Peasant or, you know, a relevant minion, then yeah, it's really hard to get through this and kill something else. I think it's a good card at times, but other times it's probably closer to average. But there are board states and positions where Isu feels very powerful for sure, and not every card can do that. Not every card, you know, ever, like this card will almost never feel like that powerful, or like a Bumbler, I don't know, or a Hippogriff. Like those cards are never going to be like, oh my gosh, like wow, that card did so much. Freeze is crazy. You get way more hits because it freezes. The issue is not that, I mean, freeze is great. The issue is the things like this die to spells that cost less than it. So a Hex or an Assassinate or a Righteous Defense, like they come down and they don't do anything. And when your opponent has a, you know, a pretty common removal spell, then you get punished super hard. Or if they have a Librarian or any Silence, then you're just spending 6 mana for a 2/10. So your stats aren't really relevant in all board states. But yeah, if no one's ever answering it and it's freezing everything and it's protecting something, then yeah, of course it's good. But I always caution people when you're evaluating cards, you don't want to evaluate a card as like, this is the best of the best scenario. If they don't have anything, if it's doing this and it's doing that and that it lives for 4 turns, then it's great. Well, it's like, well, the cards don't really function that way in practicality, right? When you play out the games, people have removal. People have, you know, 2/5/5s on the board and they free kill it. People have a Silence, or they get an extra 4 turns because you're not putting any pressure on them, and they draw a raid boss. And you say, oh, I just lost because they had a raid boss. It's like, well, yeah, but you also lost because you put 2 power on the board for 6 mana, and your opponent got 3 extra draws, and they got 3 cards deeper in their deck, and then they drew that card that killed you. Well, why were they able to draw it? Is because you weren't putting pressure on them. Everything dies to Hex. Yeah, but that's a bad way to analyze how good a card is against a thing like Hex, where something like this comes down and kills something, or Fire Elemental comes down and kills something. You're not really getting completely blown out, right? And that's really how you can help to shape your analysis of the cards. Or you can just disregard everything I say, take it all the time, and probably lose more games on average, overvaluing a card that's not very good. That is also fine. That's, you know, doesn't really make a big difference to me. It can be better than a Blizzard, and it can be worse than a Blizzard. And Blizzard isn't an Omega S tier card. Yeah, I think Blizzard's probably overrated too. A lot of the big AoEs, I think, are probably overrated. Blizzard, Flame Strike, even like the mid-range ones like Fire Sale and Hellfire. Again, those cards are great when your opponent has a board state that lines up to die to it. 4 minions die to it, and it's the best card. There's other times where you're ahead and you don't want to play those cards. You want to add to the board, or you injure 3 minions, but you don't kill anything, or you don't kill the most relevant minion because the math doesn't line up. Kind of pushing back to see exactly why. Yeah, I hope that that's fair. Again, it's not to say it's a bad card. There are cards that are like almost never good. Like the stats and the effects aren't worth it. Brainstormer's like never gonna be good. Even when you have 4 spells, it's like, it's gonna be a 3/5. And let's say you have 3 spells, which is probably like best case scenario on curve. Like you have a situational Spider Tank that just gets scalingly worse from there. So this card is really bad. If it's a 3/8 or something, then it's coming down so late in the game because you have so many cards that it's not really worth that investment anymore, because you're not really getting ahead. So you have a full hand of spells and you're playing a crappy 3 mana 5/8. You'd be a lot better off just playing a 5/5 for 5 at that point, in that stage of the game. So like something like Brainstormer's like almost never, like 99.8% of the time, this card is just bad. Whereas Isoof is certainly not in that range. It's better than a thing like Explodinator, where you're only getting 3/2 worth of stats that you can actually use for 4 mana. It's better than that. It's not better than something like Arcane Overflow. It's not better than something like Fire Ellie or, you know, Cairn or any of those type of things. So to call a card overpowered, you'd really have to be better than the best 6-drops. It's like, well, it's not that, so. And again, as we always discuss, that's not to say you can never draft an Explodinator, or an Explodinator will never be good. If you have a Mecha Shark on board and curve out into Explodinator, and you go first, you're going to put so much pressure on your opponent that you're probably just going to win the game. You're going to deal 9 damage to the board. You're going to, you know, whatever. Like, but there are better ways to do that more consistently that don't require 2 cards to make a card viable. You take a 2 here. I'm taking the Parrot. I have 2 Arcane Overflows, and that in and of itself is phenomenal. Crush Claw's nice. I don't think I have any Nagas, though. Not that I would take it over a Parrot here. We still have, what, you know, a third of the draft to try to pick up a Flame Strike or a Blizzard or a Rune. Or another Arcane Overflow would be totally fine. I would be totally fine with that. I'm going to take a Berserker here. Like, I think Berserker is so much better than Isoof. 2 less mana for actually the same amount of stats, right? And yeah, dealing 5 to your face or whatever isn't always applicable or isn't always viable, but it's not always that punishing either. But you're spending 2 less mana for more pressure, the same amount of stats, and this is a very strong 4-drop. It kind of puts in perspective the comparison to a card like Isoof, where, yeah, worst case scenario, this card is unplayable because it kills you. But again, you don't really want to analyze cards on their worst case scenario. Far more often than not, this card's going to come down and save you 5 HP because your opponent's going to have to trade 2 4/4s into it. It's going to save you 8 or 10 health and clear their board and then deal 5 to you. Well, okay, well, you saved health. It kind of gains you health more often than it loses you health. Hi, Beard. Hope you're having a good day. I'm having a great day. Relatively speaking, I went to the store today. Tried to stock up on some supplies. It was 82 degrees. It wasn't that hot, but it was hot. You know, it was hot for me. But I came home. I felt pretty good. My legs are sore. I did like a 6 or 7 mile bike ride yesterday. So I was like gonna go on another bike ride, but it was kind of hot. And I was like, my legs are sore. I'm not gonna go on a bike ride. I'll rest them. A fun store? A grocery store? No, a grocery store. But like I got like you know, there's a liquor store next there, so I restocked on some whiskey. I bought a cookie. You know, I bought some stuff I needed. So I watched Red Beard. I learned the whole time, I hope. And we had this similar discussion yesterday. You can disagree with anything I say, or you might think it's wrong. And that's fine, too. I think the best players analyze, you know, their own experiences, the data, the opinions of other good players. And then you can formulate your own opinions. And if you're really, really good, you're probably going to get better by finding holes in my thoughts or looking at some of the things that I say from my perspective and maybe be like, oh yeah, I guess that card is pretty good. I didn't really ever consider it, or oh, I never really used it that way. Yeah, I guess if you're building your deck this way, then this type of card gets better. Oh, okay, I never build my decks that way. I would like the grocery store if there weren't so many people in there. I do self-checkout and I walk. I'm a fast walker, I've noticed, in general, but especially in the markets. I'm a fast walker, and I walk in a powerful straight line with confident direct movement so that people just get out of my way. But I don't like push people over, but it's like, okay, this is my path. If you're in the middle, your card's gonna get flipped over. So get over to the side, let me grab my cheese, and then you can go clogging up the whole aisle, okay? Oh, we're pushing them. Let's take this rune. Rune's great because we have... Oh, we just want it. It's just good. We're gonna take the Spell Coiler. We don't have any mechs, and we want the capability to discover more frost and fire spells. Plus, it's just good in general. But yeah, first pick, you can maybe you want to build the mech deck. I think Spell Coiler is better than Mech Shark, but for our deck right now, for sure. 20 picks into some decks, definitely Mecha Shark. You know, I think Pyro is kind of a scam. I think chat probably will want Pyro, and I don't think it's 100% wrong. The issue is you don't get to pick the target when Parrot repeats it, so it can just burn itself. It is a fire spell, but like it's kind of a scam because if I'm pyroing my opponent's face, I'm either killing them, or if I'm not killing them, I'm losing the game the turn I pyro. So I'm never, you wouldn't really count it as a fire spell that you can attribute to a multicaster. The 4 mana 5/5 is insane. I think the card is good. Not great. It's probably like a 5.5 out of 10. Sunwell's probably like a 6.5 maybe. I think Sunwell's better than Scoundrel, and I think if your deck quality is lower, I think Pyroblast is kind of a nice scammy card where you can be like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna curve out and then try to just go face, hope they don't have AoE, and then just throw a Pyroblast into their face. I don't think our deck has to do that because we have a lot of Discover, a lot of strong removal, and I'm gonna take the Initiate because it's just a very powerful 3. And actually right now we only have 1, 2, 3 threes, not counting Poly, and this you have to curve out. And this, they need a board. So I really like taking a strong, real 3-drop here. Well, we'll take a look at these things. Not Frizz. Finley, we have no Sunken cards, so there's not a ton of incentive there. Sea Guide, I like Finley. I think he's fun. But you kind of need to have a Phelan or 2 Sunken Sweepers and no Dredge cards. We don't have any of that right now. That's a juicy legend. Variant is great. I just don't think it's actually that good. Oh, I'm wrong. Never mind. It's phenomenal. We have a Divine Shield and a Rush already. I never account for this one when thinking about this card. It's already in our deck, so we'll for sure take that. And then Ice Hoop is a nice taunt to grab for free. We have 2 taunts, and that's it. So we have 1 Divine Shield and a Rush. I believe he gets both for this. Hopefully we can pick up 1 more Rush. And honestly, 1 more Divine Shield would be fine too, but this is just a very strong card. Isn't replacing your hand OP? Not if your hand is good. So you don't want to like play Finley and give up your Arcane Overflow and your Rune so that you can draw an Auction Master Jackson and a Bubbler, right? I love Submerged Spacewalk. I think this card's really cool. I am impressed by this card. 2 mana, 2/2, Death Rattle, kind of draw 2. It's not always the best play on 2, but it's also not always the worst. Sometimes it helps you curve out, put a counter spell down, helps you find one of these. In the late game, sometimes you find the big polymorph. I think it's just, it does so much, and while it's very inconsistent with exactly what it does, I think it consistently does a lot. It consistently does enough to justify taking it. But whether that be, again, removing something or drawing cards or just throwing a counterspell down, it's hard to say exactly what it's ever going to do for us. Is drawing the Worm give variant both? Yeah, I think so. So you'll only draw 2 cards, but you'll get Divine Shield and Rush from 1 if you don't have an extra copy of the others. Azure would be nice. I don't think we need Azure necessarily. Honestly, I'd probably rather have a Flame Strike or something like that. The Fire Secret could be good to pick up. I just don't like Omega Defender. I'm going to take Arcanologist. If we get even a Frost, or what's it called, Oasis Ally, would be a great ice spell to consistently be able to pull for multicaster. Another taunt, yeah, a second taunt wouldn't be bad. Like a Moarg maybe, or like a Tar Creeper even could be okay. 2 mana 2/3 is decent stats. Yeah, I think your 2 drops these days need to do a little more than that. Like if this never draws anything, it's not great. I will say we only have 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess we have 5 2s. But I have faith in picking up a secret. How am I doing? Pretty good, Ben. How are you, bud? Dragon over trash? Yeah, I like this dragon, actually. Garbage, and a 3-drop that's kind of garbage. Wish this was just a secret here, like a explosive shot trap or a explosive rune, sorry. Oasis Ally. I think I'm just gonna take this spell for no real reason. I think it's fun. That's about it. Control a Murloc. Yeah, we'll just take this. It's a blue-haired babe, so you must pick it. True. You should never turn your back on the blue-haired babe. That's true. Not a big fan of Cosmic Anomaly. None of these are keywords we need. Just take a dragon card. We could get an Arcade Breath or something, maybe. Went 0-2 to 12-2 with Hunter. Nice. How many Primordial Explorers? Because I still haven't got one in about 15 Hunter drafts. So I'm just curious if everyone else is still getting them. Cosmic with a spell you just picked up. It's still a 4-mana 4/3. I don't like that. Not what we're looking for. Final pick, something. Give us something. There's a fire and a secret. I don't want those. I'm cool with that. That's a good little last pickup. Little curve filler. Some card draw for the Arcanologist. Able to tutor up. Like, it's basically having 2 copies of our 1 fire spell now. We're twice as likely to end up drawing it. Yeah, I think the deck's good. I think it's a spicy deck. I had Explorer in 3 out of 6 Hunters. Oh man, I'm telling you. I'm sure I'm exaggerating some, but 0 in double-digit Hunters. It's somewhere between 10 and 20 Hunters. We've had 0. Maybe next time. Okay, let's do that. Let's set up a prediction. How many wins? We'll see.
The time for dreaming is over.
Against a warrior? I don't think I want to keep that without any of our spells. We did not get offered a frost spell, which is kind of a bummer. Is this Master Ben's deck? Let's see. Three Griffins. I already like that. Rat King. I love that. Wow, you can get the Rat King from the Griffins. Don't care about that. Savannah. Yeah, I'm telling you, my hunters are cursed. And the monstrous parrot. That's kind of cool. Let's play this one. Pack Kodo Harpoon Gun. I'm telling you, I've seen so few of any of these cards. I don't know, I guess I'm just cursed. Some good ones. Peasant, some Rush there. Caravan. I like it. That deck, that one doesn't have an Explorer though? Okay. Okay. I'm glad it didn't go 0-3.
It's not right.
I'm sick of the Warlock meta. I think I'm hoping we get a change soon.
It must be done.
Last run went 1-3. Your run or mine? We went 2-2 and then ended the stream yesterday. Oh, that's pretty bad for us.
X marks the spot.
How big is that? 7-5? Everybody wanted Warrior to be good until it was good. I like Warrior being good still.
It must be done.
I've always had pretty much the same argument. I don't really care what class is #1. I want there to be a rotation of what's good. So I don't want Warrior to be good for 9 straight months, and you see the same cards for 9 straight months, and no other classes can compete with anything except Warrior. If Warrior's the best for 6 weeks, and then Druid's the best for 6 weeks, and then Priest is the best for 6 weeks, I actually think that's a pretty fine and healthy way to could ping our guy and double trade. I think it's a pretty healthy way to approach it. Could also
What
ping
to do,
hit
what
it.
to do.
I want to use my coin as the problem. Oh well, I'm gonna do this. I'm not sure if this is right. Well met, hey Panda. Ignite or Brilliance. Brilliance gets us a rune if we want it. I'm kind of down for that. Could try the counter spell first, but only got 3 cards. So.
I have things you never knew you
Demon Hunter
wanted.
experience, years of dominance. It's been changing around often recently. I think that's been good at least. Yeah, I think so too, actually. But I've always been a proponent of more frequent meta changes. I think it would be really cool, and I've said this a bunch, but I think it'd be a really interesting thing if you had a smaller pool of sets in Arena and they were only around for like 2 weeks. And you could even have something like 2 different maybe Arena metas going at the same time and rotate them all very quickly. Like, I want my rune.
It must be done.
You know, like you just had Mean Streets in, and then you could just draft Mean Streets, or you had whatever, just you know, whatever, just all dragon sets, and it was just Blackrock, Descent of Dragon, and something, and it was more like a Magic the Gathering style approach where you just had a smaller number of sets, and then things would synergize better. Like you could just draft Jades, or you could just draft like Cabal cards or something like that. And people say, like, oh, there's not enough players, you can't, you know, split the player base. I think what you should also do, probably most importantly, is to restructure the rewards, give people some free runs. I know, people, you don't have to give more rewards, just restructure them so it's not as punishing to just play Arena. Reduce the entry fee, reduce the rewards, maybe. Set up tournament mode. You could have all these type of things in, and then it would give you a lot more flexibility where you could still function with fragmented player bases. They should do the same thing for standard. They should do the same thing for battlegrounds. I didn't realize Evasive Worm would count for both. Hey Red, how are you? I'm good, Michelle. But I live in a Hearthstone pipe dream. I'm living in it. It's just always interesting to me how much they have borrowed or stolen or utilized from Magic the Gathering while also not utilizing like the 10 best things about Magic the Gathering, but while doing like everything else that Magic does and copying everything they've ever done. Why is that 8 mana minion a weird color? It's a diamond minion. It's just cosmetic for like collecting all the cards from a set or something. I can't remember how you got those, or maybe they were on the reward track for like getting to level 50 or 100 on an old reward track.
No, trust me.
But it doesn't do anything functionally. I hate myself when I misclick in Magic and I punt a win to get a trophy and instead I finish with a 2-1. The fact that they have had like trophy leaderboards in Magic for 10 years just for who got the most, you know, whatever, wins in a draft, and Hearthstone doesn't have anything like that is also embarrassing. How much they listen to streamer input? Very little. Very little. If you had a third minion that had Divine Shield, would he draw it after drawing the worm? Yes, he would. Alright, I'm putting my faith in the Berserker. It's big. I could do, you know, jack shit here and then try to coin an overflow. But, I mean, this trade and then an overflow on a, you know, 3/3 or something is going to be a lot better. They listened to SETI, did they? I'm not so sure if they've done that because he's been complaining about things that he hasn't gotten for many years now.
I don't have enough mana.
What's my dream arena meta? Rotating one that's supported by a tournament mode with adequate scorekeeping, like stat tracking, wins and losses, or things like that. Trip was asking them for years to put in an achievement system, and they completely ignored the system he wanted. So if they don't listen to Crip, it's not a good sign for the average streamer. Yeah, exactly. Red, you know how I'm in your ancestral lands. I was at this little known spot called California Pizza Kitchen. The hostess was telling me she knew you as Giant Hogbeard. Can you fill us in on why? Well, I don't mean to get too crass, but back around those parts of my ancestral home, people knew oftentimes about my giant hog. I mean, like sets, yeah, I don't think it matters what sets are in. There's gonna be good and bad aspects to every combination of sets. So as long as they're changing frequently, it doesn't really matter. I think most of the old sets can't really functionally be played with the new sets in a meaningful and rewarding way these days. I think, am I guaranteed to hit that? Sorry, this? Actually not sure. I assume so. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really know. You'd have to be able to play test like every set and every combination. Some sets that I think are good, or this most recent one I actually think is a good arena set. Scholomance, is that what it's called? Scholomance I thought was pretty cool. Yeah, it's all relative to what's in with the other sets. So like Ungoro's a great set, but if you put Ungoro in and this set, and you just gave every card an equivalent rate of appearing, you would take the cards not in Ungoro like 98% of the time, because most of the cards are like 3 mana 2/2s with adapt, or you know, crap like that, which you would never take over a 2 mana 2/2 that can draw you 2 cards. Discord didn't tell me to turn the stream on. Oh crap, did I not post anything? Oh crap. My bad. We're in. Where's my board? What the frick just happened here? Hey Bucket, thanks so much for the Prime, man. Thank you. I hope you enjoy them. You must if you're constantly watching them. And Spud, thank you for the 25 months as well. 25 from Spud, 21 from Bucket. Sorry, I had to do a going live notification. Oops. How do I face with hands over mouth? Skullmans was cool, except for the constant smug seniors. So I guess that's another reason why it's really hard to answer like what my favorite meta would be exactly, because yeah, like there are cards like that that can kind of skew the experience. Like Smug Senior is a totally fine card. It just shouldn't have been a common, or it shouldn't have been like the most common card that shows up all the time. But Smug Senior by itself as a rare or an epic, I think would have been a totally fine card, personally. Buy or sale? I'm gonna greet it. I have a bunch of removal. In fact, I'm gonna kill this guy, mostly just because I want a 6/6. The little buff that he's generating repeatedly is kind of annoying, so makes potential killing of the bubbler a little easier. Sec is looking kind of strong. Yeah, it definitely is. We have a Varian and 2 Arcane Overflows and ways to get more Arcane Overflows. We have a Rune, which we haven't cast yet. The deck will probably actually look weaker once we cast Rune, because it'll low roll and people will laugh at me. This guy's deck is pretty strong too. 2 scrolls. I guess he discovered a Wind Chill from the Sunken scroll. Piranha Poacher, that's interesting. Most of these cards you don't get anymore. Maybe this is an old shaman deck. I have not been offered one of either of those cards since they did their hotfix. It's in 1 out of every 5 decks, Poacher. And Scroll as well. I could turn him into jelly. If I do that, I ping, I have 4 mana. It doesn't really feel that good to me. This, however, does.
Don't let them harm the eggs.
Now I'm gonna show that card. Because I think a lot of people have maybe never seen this one. Before I do, I just want to say we didn't really miss damage. Because if you go face and that hits your face or your 3, well, let's say it hits your face, then you don't kill his guy, and I don't really care about the 2 face damage. The card's back. We generated it from a random spell, so cards like that are always generatable, not draftable, is the difference. We get a slightly bigger minion this way. We have to take 1 damage on our guy to get it, but it's a small price to pay. You can't draft it? No. But this is in Descent. They actually banned this card. I think this is a horribly designed card. This was one they actually banned, not preemptively, but pretty quickly, which was cool. This is before, they had never banned anything preemptively. It's just a 4 mana 8/8 rush so often because people are playing Scalebanes and 4 mana 5/7 dragons and stuff, and it was like, well, why do we have a dragon themed set and a card that punishes me for picking a dragon? I think this card could have been cool. 11, 12, 13. Wait, do I keep something? I keep something, don't I? Like, this card is such a flavor fail. It should only get the buff if it's attacking a dragon, maybe. And it's like, maybe it should not be able to attack anything other than dragons, or it should like never be able to go face or something. Card would have made a lot more sense.
The elements will destroy you. For the Alliance!
In before Dragon Slayer. Dragon Slayer is a much worse version of this card. They never banned the 5 mana 8/8 Rush from Madness at the Dark Moon Fair. Well, those are very different things. That card I don't think should have been banned ever. I want to hit him in the face. But I cannot.
World of flame.
Yeah, and that card couldn't come down on turn 4 or turn 5 as an 8/8 rush unless you had done some serious work and got seriously lucky before that. It was really more like a turn 7 play. It was a 5 mana 8/8, which you really couldn't play until turn 7 most of the time at the earliest. I think that card would have been really cool as a 5 mana 4/4 rush that gained +3/+3 instead of +4/+4 when it got corrupted.
Time for dreaming is over.
They made it today, 4 mana 4/4 rush if the target of your attack is a dragon, gain +4 and immune while attacking. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Do not go bowling with another man's best friend without their permission. Very good advice, actually. No, come on, dude. Why? It's unlucky. I drew it twice. The odds were low. I think a 4 mana 4/4 card gains Russian +4/+4 of your opponent is Dreads would be cool. I totally agree, actually. It's funny that you should mention that because I just pitched this to Blizzard. What I like about it is he will get really mad. That's all.
You can't stop these snowstorms.
I have no further follow-up.
Stop these snowstorms.
Just want to be able to coin that. With how we've drawn so far this game, we'll probably get our only taunt and our only divine shield in the next 2 turns. Maybe that's the big change Matt London is talking about. Seems likely, aren't it? Dang it. Chris has been winning a bit too often. He's getting uncomfortably cocky about it. Yeah, I feel like Hearthstone these days does a pretty good job of making sure you don't get too cocky for too long.
The Queen's power is
I
beyond your
bet you're against Big Turtle.
comprehension.
You want to fight the power, don't you, Big Turtle? Hey, Camel City. Whoa, John's still here? I thought that guy was dead. This is so much better.
The Queen's power is beyond your comprehension.
Doesn't look like the sort of thing we'll want necessarily here. We have divines? Yes, we have 1. Alright, all I want is to not draw one of my cards. That fucks me up.
Woe betide those who set themselves against me. For the Alliance!
Now I kind of want Pyroblast. A little bit. I guess if he plays a Morg, then I want Jellyfish. Surprise, it gives both Rush and Divine Shield for 1 minion draw. The diamond card animation is bizarre. It is a little weird. I want to play that.
Do you have an audience with the king?
I just have no use for the ping. I don't want to float any mana. If he plays 2 Morgs, it's good. That's true. That's true, Big Baguette. If he plays 2 Morgs, it's good. What's this? Some sort of card that does a certain thing?
That's right. Feel the groove.
Okay, well, I really would prefer Pyroblast now.
These are due back tomorrow.
Bid starts at 200 gold.
I think I do want to keep that capability to kill something, I guess. But maybe I just want the 5/3 on board. If you draw Ziliax, does that mean he gets all 3? Seems lazy. Yeah, but if you have other cards, you'll get, so if you have 1 Ziliax, 1 Moarg, and 1 Springpaw, you'll get all 3. Have I cast a spell? I've cast an Arcane Overflow, huh? Right? Trading into Jackson. That's a scam. I got scammed.
Time to wash away the filth.
Is it fire sale? I can't remember. Fire sale? Maybe the first flame? I don't know if the amulet was his third. That isn't good? It might be okay. We have a 7/7 he has to get to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Fire sale? I'm not sure exactly when he had that. It might be a coin?
Time runs out on me.
It seems unlucky, that one, right? Rune lethal every time? It's possible. Would have liked to get a ping in. We have two runes. Runed orbs, sorry. So we could be able to ping shoot next turn and kill them. But this is still a good turn. I witnessed an injured marauder kill itself from spawn. Switcheroo. Oh, that's good. That's good. What did that rune do for us? Killed one thing, summoned two big things, cleared some board. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, fire sale incoming. He used his second fire sale last turn, didn't he, or no? Maybe not. Oh no, he didn't. Played some other crap. They might be dead if they fire sale also. Rowan. Row 1. Thanks, Row 1.
Time runs out on me.
Okay, 3 wins is pretty good. Not too shabby. Not too shabby.
Jaina versus Malfurion.
I must protect the wild.
The time for dreaming is over.
Uh-oh. Sorry, Chrome was like bugging out. I used to be the toxic pyro mage. I was like, my opponent have 20 health. Sometimes, you just want to burn your opponent out, yeah? I actually don't know what this does. Spell damage +2? It's actually a pretty sick combo if we get that off. I've never felt the need to straight up close the Hearthstone application instead of concede yet. People do it so much. Yeah, I don't know. People are pretty miserable, I guess. Well, there goes that plan, because he just hero powers and trades. Maybe we want that, I'm not sure. This could have some value, maybe. You're there at closing, it's just closing from the force of the phone hitting the wall. What are the best 2s we can get? The 2/6 taunt would be good. Red, I have a huge girl update. I can't wait to hear it. Or is this an update about a huge girl, 7 feet tall? Legs like tree trunks.
Job's done.
Hey Goonster, what's up Sly? Where were you yesterday? You didn't show up for work. By work, I mean hanging out here.
The ocean's gifts are all around us.
I have read that rune in that deck is looking spicy, hey Psyche? Yeah, it's not too bad. I was at the San Diego Zoo looking at bonobos. Aren't they them beasts that start doing nasty stuff? You're sick. You're sick. Girl is cute, she told me last night she has the, oh dear. You know? That, I'm not really, I don't have a lot of experience with such things.
No, clean up this mess.
It might be something that's totally fine and manageable. It also might be something that would give me serious pause. But hey, you know, I hope she does okay and you do okay. It's a red flag? Well, it's a good thing she told you. That is a good thing. I prefer a lady that looks like they could play as a rotational 3D swing woman on a championship team. What's a swing woman? Like a basketball player? Is that what those words mean? I don't want to just do this. It saves a lot of health here. It's a deal breaker for me? Well, I think that's fine. You just want to be kind and be honest. You don't want to like just not talk to somebody, just explain like, hey, I'm not comfortable with that, so. Yeah, also just whacked this over here. A Lady Bruce Bowen, give me a Lady Tyshawn Prince. They probably have kids, don't they? I mean, like, they're adults now, but I would imagine.
I'm not going down.
She's more than scale deep.
It's not that big of a deal, but you should be upfront about it. I mean, you should discuss your sexual health with a potential partner. I think that seems reasonable and responsible. If you have any issues, or you know, you guys should probably discuss things of a sexual nature in advance anyway, preferences and limitations, limits and such. That seems unfortunate for me that that was the card that he got. That actually might keep him alive. Just kind of a bummer. However, we might also just kill him here.
Never back down.
We did not just kill him.
Well
Rune
played.
is lethal. Rune wasn't lethal last time either. One out of 5 Americans have that. It's not a big deal. They're still a person, not a sickness. Is that true? I've never heard that statistic. But you also have, I don't think there's anything wrong with having that be something that you're not interested in engaging with, that the complications, even if they're minor, that's fine too. You don't have an obligation to be with someone, especially if you're just dating for, yeah, you haven't dated much, 0 to, you know, a few times even. You should discuss the little things too, like how you like to be talked to. For some people, saying for the horde during coitus might not be as welcome. True. Sure. Some people, that might be a deal breaker if they don't scream for the horde. We're all free to decide our own deal breakers, yeah. Which is why I would say if you have a deal breaker, like, hey, person's gotta be over 8 feet tall, you don't tell somebody like that they're bad for not being 8 feet tall. You don't make them feel bad about you not wanting to be them. You try to be courteous and upfront and honest. And understand, like, you know, Rock Dude said, these are people. Everybody's a person. You want to treat people with respect. But you also don't have any obligation to date somebody. It's fine. And if you have a very narrow, you know, preference, you might have a very hard time finding somebody, and that's fine too, right? Maybe you don't want to find anybody, or maybe you only want to find somebody who meets that criteria. That's fine. You sure if you take a suppressant, you have barely no outbreaks after the first year? Yeah, I'm not sure.
Private Shorty reporting for duty.
Red beards are a deal breaker for me. I guess we'll never make a whoopee refugee. How are you, bud? Do you still hang out here ever? I feel like I never see you anymore. Do I care about that? Nah, not really.
Bid starts at 200 gold.
Hey Red, I'ma need you to check my deck. It's something. If you throw it in the Discord, I will definitely try to take a look at it. That I can promise you.
Looking for 40, 45, 40, 500.
Snake or emergency? It could be ice. Well, I'd really prefer. Before work, I lurk a little bit. Okay, okay. Are you still playing any Hearth Arena or Battlegrounds? I feel like I never see you anymore. Only 1 or 2 troll messages a week. That's way below your expected output. I did. Let's take a look at it. We got Onyxia, we got Goliath, 2 Gigafins, 2 A-bombs. 1, 2, 3, a lot of 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Some 2s, but why do we have Galvanizer? 1, 2, 3, 4 3s. 1. Yeah, that deck should go 12 wins. I mean, you can never say for certain, but
Quit distracting me.
looks like it's not really missing much. It's got some AoE, it's got some single target removal, it's got 4 or 5 legendary bombs. Ice Trap is my favorite Hunter Seeker. I like Ice Trap. I don't think it's very good, but I think it's kind of cool. It's better, I think, when the collection of secrets are wider, I think. Where you you know, you don't know, like, oh, I go face, well now I know it's Snake Trap or whatever, or it's either Snake or it's Emergency or it's Sub, that duplicating secret. It's like, oh, okay, well no matter what, it's I'm gonna generate minions. It's better when it's like, oh, maybe it returns a spell, maybe it burns my board. I think then the secrets all get kind of functionally more effective. Do these 2. Push, push. Oh, it's Snake no matter what. So I guess it does benefit us to trade there.
What to do? What to do?
Quit distracting me.
Back to the fight!
Just a little awkward. I haven't played any Hearthstone since I took out my precious buddies, and I'm never making top chatters, so I kind of gave up on that. But I promise I'll troll more on the weekend. You don't have to. You ain't got to troll. I think people should be free to troll as much or as little as they want. Galvanizer was the best option. He was up against some shit I can't remember. Okay, next time, try to remember. Can't believe he's doing what he's doing here. And I get another buff.
Go with the flow.
We do a little trolling. Yeah. Little, a lot. As long as you're here and trolling some, that's the key.
Well fought.
I played versus a mage earlier, and they mass polyed, and then had a minion that recast their last spell, and had that minion 3 times, and it was so tilting. This big bird that I have. That's kind of funny though, isn't it? A little bit. Hey, Maki. Are you being shadow banned by Twitch? Yes. It doesn't show your stream on my front page, and I'm subscribed and I'm following. Yeah, we're being shadow banned by Twitch, yeah. That's right. You need to incentivize trolling by smashing something occasionally. Well, I'm thinking about maybe entering the dating scene again. Maybe doing some coitus, if that's what you mean. Maybe doing some sloppy lovemaking on top of and below some people, maybe.
We all have our ghosts.
This gosh dang donkey. Doing some coitus. Like our nasty ancestors used to do. Ah, yes, that will incentivize the trolling. Won't it, though?
Inside voices, please.
Interested?
If he has a dark iron dwarf, it's kind of annoying, I guess.
I'm gonna win big.
Not exactly what I meant, but thanks for putting that image in my head. Hey, you troll me, sometimes I gotta troll you. With mental images of my naked, hairy body flopping around in the Pacific Northwestern sun. Or in the clouds. It's supposed to be hot this weekend. 30 C or something. A flip. Yeah, but only 3 hot days. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We'll see. Hi, Red. What's up, old Mapleon? They do not do coitus in Europe, apparently. Really? Well, it sounds like I need to move to Europe. How flip was that? Maybe Lions drop more panties then. Let's do some coitus. I can't think of one.
You wanna cast a spell? I wanna cast a spell.
Can't think of anything.
I hope this fits.
This guy's going to get walloped this turn. And I'm about it. He has a flame strike. It's yeah, kind of annoying. I could actually trade that guy. In fact, I think I will. Now flame strike isn't really like a thing, right? we won't lose this. Whereas he could throw that in, Flame Strike. He's at 6, but I don't have any burn.
You want to cast a spell? I want to cast a spell.
Slam, Rabbit, slamming Dreads hard. I'll slam him, I'll break his bones. What with my slamifications?
Well played. You have so much power. Be sure to control it.
Alright, 6-0, not too bad. Pretty good start to the stream. So I'm writing back the old Pete on his deck in the Discord. What's this one? Getting your deck nerfed mid-run couldn't stop me. When did this come out? Mr. Smite? School teacher? What else got nerfed in there?
The time for dreaming is over.
We have 2 school teachers? Keep 1. Congrats on the future bank sessions. Good night, Goonie. Well, they probably never happen, but I think it's important to dream. Dream to be banged and to bung. But have a good night, Sly. Thanks for being here for 5 seconds. See, the detrimental aspect is I gotta find somebody that'll agree to do sex with me. Preferably not in exchange for money, and preferably a woman, and the odds just don't really seem like they're in my favor.
She's more than scale deep.
I found it first.
I don't really mind if he's trading here, because then it's gonna give me this instead of one of these, and I'd rather play this. When will you stream some Magic ever? Definitely. We've done a few Magic streams. I'll definitely do some more in the future, but I'm not sure exactly when. What if they pay you for sex, though? It could be okay. Right there, double trade. Well, no bunker for us, but
No,
still.
that's not right.
Like, you do it really good and they tip you. I always feel like I'm pretty good at making disgusting whoopee. Because most people will let me do it a second time with them. And I feel like there's really, you know, why would they do that? Clearly not from a visual sense. Is it appealing, or like they can't tell their friends like, oh yeah, I had sex with that guy, and they'd be like, oh, I'm jealous. They'd be like, ugh, 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 disgusting, you know? You ever say why you broke up? No, I didn't really discuss that on stream ever. What if they agree to sub to you on Twitch after? They better sub before, otherwise there ain't gonna be electricity for us to wash our bungholes after. If Ripper wanted to get tipped, he's looking in the wrong places.
The will of the Forsaken is unbreakable.
Why can't I be tipped? I want to be tipped. I could be tipped. What if they agree to sub to you on Twitch after? Oh, I already read that. Yeah, that's good too, yeah. Coitus by Candlelight is so much classier. I think Coitus by Candlelight, wasn't that the name of a Metallica album? I'm pretty sure it was. Hope you're doing well. Do you have a top 3 tip for getting better at Arena? What are some good fundamentals for someone relatively new? Draft a good curve. Use HS Replay to see the class win rates and the deck card win rates, and make sure you are subscribed to Redbeard's YouTube. These are the Redbeard fundamentals.
inside voices, please.
Scared of that card. Zinny, thanks for the follow, Zinny. I'm newly single. Let's make some nasty in the pasty. How are we gonna go back in time? This feels like it went poorly for me. I need a lot of help still. Let's see if we can find like a blizzard or something.
Powers beyond your comprehension.
Volcanomancy. How does that work? When it dies, it deals 3 to all others. Do the 1/1s spawn first? I'm not sure. I hope so. Probably not. I would imagine that they would, because it's sort of like giving a death rattle, right? Sort of. So my death rattle, the Volcanomancy, triggers after his death rattle, the Tarantula, because his Tarantula hit the board first.
We have plotted long enough. Now we rise.
Even if it didn't work, it's not really a big deal. You have 1/1s that get chewed up by the bunker, but I'd rather not have them on the board. That play was extremely badass. It was pretty good for us. Don't think I'm gonna be able to defeat this 1 mana 8/10 though. I might be able to defeat this 1 mana 8/10 though. I want Ace of Spades. Thank you so much for that. I get to kill the Orca this way. I have to take damage on my guy, but I think I'd rather get the minion on the board. Why does he keep playing cards? I don't know, but thank you Ace of Spades for the Twitch Prime. Do you have your playlist? Yeah, if you do !mark playlist, you can get a lot of these tracks, or all of them. That's a good start. That's an oak. Well, that's not great. Man, this guy's deck is insane. How many schoolings? 2 schoolings? Tiny Toys, Ashara, Teacher. I want a good shaman deck again. I miss good shaman decks. We got Jushelman with the follow, which is pretty sweet too. And thanks again to Ace of Spades for the Prime. Really cool. If you guys have a Prime, I implore you to use it. What the fuck? I implore you to use it. I don't think I do this anymore. That thing's not active. He has to reactivate that, right? If you've cast 3 spells, I think, right? Crash. And poop. Hey, I was listening to that. Mistiff. Thank you, Mistiff, for the follow. Can I prime sub while I have a gift sub? You cannot. So you may want to use that somewhere else, or you might want to save it till you can see Redbeard, or till your Redbeard sub expires. But yeah, it doesn't let you do that. I think it should though. So when it expires, you could like have your sub still. He has to reactivate. Well, that's 1. 1 is a shitty was gonna say, one is a shitty minion. But I guess if your top deck is Command of Neptulon, might be active a second time. I would not, I do not anticipate winning this one. Hopefully he trades. I think trading is wrong. It's probably better to just sit and keep that 10 power on the board. But, because now you're throwing away another 2 power. He could have put us to 2 this turn. There's like no way, there's almost no way this could be better than that.
Fine purchase. Do you have an audience with the king?
Please don't burst my bubble.
Alright, let's hope that he doesn't have another spell to reactivate his Queen of Charlotte 1 turn after returning it to his hand. Let's hope.
A fine purchase.
Vin, what's up, Vin? Good to see you, dude. Let's hope. Lion's Guard to the rescue? Yeah, maybe. It's one of our best draws, if not our best. Oh, he just already had it. Wait, that play is so horrible, because he already had it. Oh, I guess they could never get a Colossal out this turn, though, huh?
Drink with me, friend.
That play seems terrible, too. Okay. Well, if they low roll the Colossal, maybe there's hope. They have the activated Queen and then the thing.
Throw them out! Throw them out!
No, the charm.
One of the most dirty cards in Magic is Bribery. Bribery is a sick card. You saw, I saw a shaman cast 17 spells against dreads. I was watching that game.
We have plotted long enough.
Alright, he gets 1 Colossal. What 1 Colossal could even be good and clear my whole board here? I can only think of like 3 of them. I can only think of 3 of them. You can clear that all the time. Here, let's squelch him because I don't want to really hear about his crap. A guy that gets you so much armor here. True. True. It also clears most of my board. That doesn't kill me, does it? It's probably close, though. Kills that. Kills that. ATL. 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11. So we still need, I guess a rune is lethal. We don't have a rune in the deck. Definitely that's wrong. That is 100% wrong. You're dead to a weapon and deal 2 if he had it. Well, I guess we just won't let them have it then, will we? 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Do we have any outs for lethal? We did not really. Can't freeze anything. So I think killing the hands probably makes the most sense, right? This has Wind Fury, but he doesn't have immune. So he can hit and hit. What's in his hand? He has the thing that throws a thing back, but he's not going to be able to recast that. Maybe I want to take a trade with the Malagos.
I wonder.
The charm.
Time runs out on me.
Maybe I want to kill the Neptulon. Aren't I in a pretty good spot now? Sort of. It's got shitter. doesn't really matter if he's brewing that back, and he probably doesn't want to throw back my Malagos. Double taunt top deck. I'm not sure what that means. We're survivors. I mean, if we win this game, we beat a 1-mana Behemoth and a 1-mana Neptulon and a high roll Tiny Toys and a high roll School Teacher, a 4-mana 6/6 and 2 Schoolings. I think if we end up winning, that'll be a pretty nice testament to our plays. If everything he has is the nuts, then it doesn't matter what we do. So, Redbeard, what's your favorite Magic Gathering card and your favorite Hearthstone card? My favorite Hearthstone card is Elise the Trailblazer. My favorite 5, 8, 10.
My power is infinite.
Wait, 5, 8, 10, yeah. My favorite Magic card is, I don't know, maybe Yawgmoth's Will.
How can I help you?
Great game. I mean, yeah, their deck is absurd. The fact that we even got close, I think, means we played pretty well. I think if we had drawn Varian or Rune, we probably actually would have won already, which is kind of crazy. This deck has been pretty nuts. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Chance of winning this is higher than the chance of coitus. Well, that's not saying much. Seriously, we could still have no chance. If he taunts, it's bad. Okay. So I think probably what happened this game, one thing that seems clear is we definitely got unlucky with like every aspect of RNG that was available to us or them. So that's kind of a bummer.
Strike.
Oh wow, those are useless as well, which is kind of a bummer. This meta, I am 6-0 after 3 games. I am 6-3. Legendary top deck, yeah. Yeah, that's great. Do we have any rush left? We actually had a Varian that drew nothing. Oh, we drew a taunt. I guess Varian would have been a good draw still. Definitely a frustrating game to get that close to a deck that strong, that high rolled that much, but sometimes you have to get even luckier than that to beat that combination of cards. We deserve the win. I think we made stronger plays probably than they did, but they didn't have to make as many strong plays because they actually kind of probably were closer to throwing that, taking minions off the board when they were ahead there. But sometimes, yeah, sometimes you just have the nuts and you can kind of sort of flub your way to victory sometimes. But that's how, like, that's how you differentiate like really good players from average to below average players, is you win some of those games. Maybe you win 10% of those games or 5% or whatever, and over the course of thousands of games you just have an extra couple of wins that other people don't get.
These are due back tomorrow.
I was trying to see the Shadow Step or Preparation. Elise from Ungoro. It's hard to say definitively for me, Magic the Gathering, because I don't know, I feel like Magic, I felt like formats were more fun than like individual cards. Like I really liked Time Spiral, I liked Cons, but there wasn't like one card that was more fun. I didn't ever really feel that when I was playing those formats. I don't know though, but I like Storm in the Vintage Cube a lot. So I was always a big fan of like Mind's Desire It kind of feels like a Hearthstone-y card though now in retrospect.
Careful, they bite.
These things don't get rushed, do they? Oh, they do get rushed. Well, that's a problem.
I don't have enough mana. I don't have enough mana. I don't have enough mana.
That would be quite strong here. Jelly it, then I lose my guy. Abzan decks and cons were fun. Yeah, I like Abzan decks. I liked, I mean, Ravnica, Simic decks, and Orzhov decks. I like black-white. I like green-white. Yeah, I mean, Magic's just great. There are no bad color pools. I like Is It. Valowitz might be my favorite card for the simple fact that it is ridiculous. Actually, top-8'd, it top-8'd a Pro Tour or a Grand Prix, a Battle of Wits deck, way back in the day when it came out. I don't know what the exact list was, but it definitely happened. How badly do I want to get a counter spell down here? Maybe. My favorite Hearthstone card is Archivist Aliciana. Oh, I love Aliciana. That's a good one. I might just need an Ice Barrier. I know it looks a little wonky, but it's a Hunter. He drops like a big play here. I might not have a choice. Watching somebody shuffle Balowitz deck is funny. I could see that. I have a counter spell. So we can play an Ice Hoop Protector and not have to worry about just a Deadly Shot. Glad we took Ice Barrier. He's just gonna equip a weapon. I can like shoot that and ping there, but let's just try to get this down. This is a really nice turn to try to get it down, I think. My favorite Magic card is Preacher. Very unique mechanic, and Hearthstone favorite card for me is Elwyn Boar. I like Elwyn Boar. I almost got it to work in Arena once. I lost a 50-50, but I also misplayed. I can't remember exactly the context, but I think I could have guaranteed it, and then I traded off like a Death Rattle, and then I cast Amulet, and I didn't get my Boar or something. But I didn't think about it, and then it was like 50-50 to either get the Boar or to get the Death Rattle I just traded, and then I got the other thing. Okay, I like nothing about anything here. Trade, trade, trade. He has a buttload of 1/1s. I mean, none of this matters now. The game's just over, right?
You win this.
Okay. Colossals are good. Colossals on curve going first are good. You say all colors are cool, but pure blue can be torturous. I didn't really play a lot of like mono blue, but I drafted a lot, so you almost never drafted monocolor decks. Just play my Warlock deck and all the pain will go away. That's the problem with the meta though, is even your deck loses to a Colossal on curve a lot of the time. Like no matter how good your deck is, your opponents still just destroy you some of the time. I don't think I want that one. Which, you know, that's fine, that's all the time. But like there's so many, like somebody could just play Wild Paw against any deck on turn 3 or 4 and the game will just basically just end. Or somebody can play a 1-mana Neptulon and the game just ends. And it's just never really a satisfying way to win or lose, I would say. And you get losses like these last two that we just had that feel inevitable. That at some point you're gonna be unfortunate enough to queue into the last two decks and they're gonna play a bunch of 1-mana Colossals or Colossals on curve and you're gonna lose and you're gonna have to cry about it on twitch.tv and you're gonna look like a turd. So, that's all. Man, could I stop low rolling this card? I know it's not very good, but just kill them before they do anything. It's tough when you go second. It really is. I'm meaning to ask, is Arena 60% luck, 40% skill? It's neither of those things. Arena is... it's a lot of skill in a large sample size and a lot of luck in a small sample size. Rock Dude, thanks for the prime. Try to get good at drafting Infestation to deal with the Colossals. Well, Infestation doesn't deal with most of the Colossals in any effective or meaningful way. Plus, I'm not a Warlock, so it seems like not the best advice. Guess I could hit this guy. Rock Dude, thank you for the 11 months of Twitch Prime. Diver, so I can't play this. I can play that. So we give him this, I guess. I could double trade those. I guess I'll just double trade them. And hope for the rest of the game that he did not draft Discover a Mothership or a Goliath, I guess. Part of being good at Arena is drafting the actual deck, which can be tough for new players. It is tough to get good at drafting, for sure. One good thing is if it is a Mothership, and he wants to play it on curve.
The courage of man shall not
I'll be able to silence it. That's good. That is pretty good. I'm playing my first arena game and I got Selfish Shellfish, Grave Rune, and Battle Master. Seems solid for at least 3 wins. Shellfish is really bad. I would not suggest trying to draft that card. I don't think that card is good. Okay. This gives me some pause, thinking this could easily be a Goliath. It's a mech that he hasn't wanted to play in the first 6 turns of the game. There are other mechs that you might want to hold, but
Who is next on the chopping block?
silence that.
That's incredible.
I'm gonna go ahead and just fish up.
Inside voices, please.
So Goliath does what? Kills them both. We put the Goliath to 2. Or we can counter spell, and then this won't be able to kill a Goliath. So I think I want to actually play that, even though I'd love to get the counter spell down. I'm okay with that too. Race Age Parrot without having played our Overflow or our Rune. This makes Goliath a lot worse, and I want to get these down now before
For the Alliance.
Quiet down.
I want to get this down now before I draw those. This gives me better odds to draw an Overflow or a Rune, which is sort of like drawing a second Overflow or Rune. It's odd. Okay, so what is that mech? Now I'm scared and confused.
Quiet down.
Every picks the right cards 90% of the time with no help. Well, I always pick the right card. The right card for me. Sometimes I pick the wrong card, but I'll mention when I'm picking the wrong card and I know I'm picking the wrong card. I'm so confused what that mech could be. Goliath? Would have had to have come down 2 turns ago. Ziliax. Okay, well Ziliax is terrible. But it does buy him some time. Or does it? No, it actually doesn't. It does.
Quiet down.
Did I have lethal? I think I did actually. Could have done this, right? And then shot his face. Minor details. Come on, what's he gonna do? Cast a 1-mana Neptulon. Why does Weird get both Divine Shield and Rush off of 1 minion? It feels like it should not work this way. No, it definitely should. This could be very bad. Could like double Alex his own face. Okay. What else could you do? You could spend 1 mana to give one of those suckers taunt. Nozari? You can't get Nozari. You can get Nozari, can you? What set is Nozari? No. Nozari's from a different set. Because the Paladin legendary is Nozdormu, right? I think it's like Rise of Shadows or something. Hey, I'll take 7, man. But these are just the decks. After you get to 3 or 4 wins, it's like Colossal into Colossal into Colossal. Oh, this guy doesn't have a Colossal. He just has an activated Dragon Queen. Like, I will be thankful when Descent rotates out, I think. Full Doom? Okay. That makes sense.
Dreaming is over.
I've heard Warrior is good, Warrior is good. Warrior, Hunter, Warlock, I think are the top 3. And then I think like Paladin, Mage, Druid are like somewhat playable too. Priest is unplayable. Demon Hunter is unplayable. Shaman and Rogue are really inconsistent, but they have good cards. They're only inconsistent because they lowered your ability to get offered relevant cards. But when you get them or you discover them, you're just as strong as everyone else. No Golden Bubbler. We'll open a Golden Bubbler probably, right?
Follow me. No, that's not right.
They have a 4/8 Dragon Discover. Who? Druid? Druid has a 4/8 taunt that discovers a dragon. That's very strong.
I don't
Yeah.
need.
Do I fishify him? I think I'm gonna fishify him. Otherwise, I'm just gonna be smoked. You can get the Divine Shield, but you know, what are you gonna do? His cards are good, and he has more mana than us. Went second 4 games in a row, at least. Should let me go first 4 times in a row instead.
I hope this fits on the ship.
Every class has 3 to 5 broken cards right now. I would say every class has at least 3 to 5, probably more. But it's never about whether a class has a broken card or not. It's about how likely you are to see your class's broken cards.
These are due back tomorrow.
And I think the issue is that the cards you're most likely to see in most classes are much more powerful than the cards you're most likely to see in other classes. So the 5 most common Shaman class cards after nerfing it are Geyser, Macaw, Tide Lost Burrower, Tidal Surge and Schooling, and Schooling's all the way down to 25% for Shaman. For Warlock, the 5 most common cards are Spawn of Deathwing, Abyssal Enforcer, Dragged Below, Hollow A-Bomb, and Demonic Assault, and they're all above 37%. So you're 10 to 15, and in some cases almost 20% more likely to see your 5 most common class cards, and almost all of those are better than almost all the Shaman cards that they give you, because they nerfed the offering rates of the actual relevant cards for some reason I don't really understand. So it's not surprising why one class sucks and another doesn't. But what is surprising to me is how difficult it seems to be to just look at that and make adjustments based off of that, and then obviously get much closer to a semblance of class balance. But instead, we lower the offering rates of interesting quality cards, the class win rate tanks, and then the other classes skyrocket because nobody's going to draft the class that gets all the bad cards. It doesn't make any sense. It's like they don't even bother listening to Redbeard though, and that's fine. Why listen to Redbeard? He's only got 10 trillion years experience playing this wretched game. I'm gonna shoot that because it's the biggest minion on board, health-wise and power-wise, and this matches up well with both of those anyway. And then what I like is the Runed Orb can actually hit here, so I kind of dig that. I'm playing this turn. Let's just... And we're gonna have a lot of value. Let's have a Fireball just to make sure we can kill something. And then hope we hit the 4/4. Second best option. Might actually be the best option if you're trying to get Lion's Guard down, if you want a bigger minion. I'm a little worried about dying, so I think I'd prefer to kill the bigger minion, but if he's gonna do this type of play, then it actually works out better for us because we can activate Lion's Guard now.
Do you have an audience with the king?
Beauty is more than scary.
Do you think I could live until Wednesday if I only have 4 hot dogs to eat in that time? Absolutely. You probably could live without eating anything for like a month, right? You gotta have some water though. They went overboard with the nerfs. Should have just buffed the bad classes. Made the good classes bad, and the bad classes good, basically. Yeah, that's all they ever do.
Firebomb ready!
Hope it hits, I don't know, probably just not the 610 right now would be best. But just Fireball here. There's no way it screws me this turn, right? Whereas we know the rune can screw us quite consistently. I played Dragon Queen a few times and just got an ass. But you don't even have to hit good cards for Dragon Queen to be an absurd card, right? If it's a 9 mana 8/8 that gives you like 2 5/4s, that's a colossal, right? It's still like a dumb level crap.
Throw them out.
It's a good start. It's decent. That's great. No! God damn it, Bobby. God damn it, Bobby. Why had turned all my minions into sheep? Fucking stupid rune. It was doing so well. Certainly didn't want like counter spells or flame strike instead of a wretched arcane thing. Certainly not.
Woe betide those who set themselves against me. For the Alliance!
Thanks, Rune. It's okay, maybe we wanted the sheep. Now we have the sheep army. Instead of killing him with our humongous minions, maybe we'll just kill him with little baby sheeps instead. Ripped it 3 times, like I got the 4/4 dragon that you need a holy and a shadow spell for. You got 6 copies of those? That seems unlikely. It always says mass volley at the end. I'm glad I attacked first.
The cold can't stop me, neither can you.
Sheep army, just like Twitch chat. Twitch chat is just a bunch of sheeps. Just a bunch of little baby sheep. Ugh. Wait, Kessie's here? Oh, Kessie was one of the sheep. Sorry, how are you, Kess? I never see Kessie's name. It's like too short, I think. Like a vision of chat is like cut off at the names. I need to see your D-grade permit for that big old dump truck you got, Redbeard. You ruined and then you won, therefore you must have won because you ruined. I mean, Rune wasn't bad for us. Well, it wasn't as bad as it could have been. It wasn't great for us because it removed a lot of board, but it also removed our board and we didn't need to remove the board. So it could have been worse. Hey Jane, how are you? Jane, are you still in America? Every time I feel like I only see you for like 40 seconds. I ask questions, I never get any answers. You're still in America? How long can you stay? Can you stay forever? One more game for the Avs to win the cup, Red. Oh, did they womp them today? I saw it was 2-1. Final in overtime. They won 2 of them in OT, right? The first and this one? Nazem Kadri. Did it just end just now or something?
Jaina versus Valera.
No. Did it just end now?
My own look. The time for
How does
dreaming is over.
NHL not have a video of the goal? Man, Nathan McKinnon's good at hockey. They got 21 points, but still, I like Nathan McKinnon. He's big and skates fast. I thought you were mad at me. Me? I keep writing long answers and you skip reading them in chat. Really? I've never seen any answer. Okay, I'm keeping an eye out. Can you stay here forever? What are the rules when you visited? Can you just like? Can this be your home now? No, no. Good morning, Jairus. I can't tell how much sarcasm was there. No, I read that. Good morning, good morning. None of your messages are going through if you're writing long messages. I think I asked you a question like a month ago and you were like, oh, I'm too high to know what's going on. That seems to be in there. Which I respect. The issue with playing this before 5 is if you get this, you can't play it. I think you might be living in the...
Hogs on the loose.
You'd be living in some crazy world. Do I have a dragon? I have a dragon in the deck. Not in my hand, though. Three mana to break his coin. Whatever, it's free, basically. I mean, it's a free card. It's like giving me a free explosive rune, sort of. Unexpected, but also kind of makes sense. Yeah, sure. Already used coin, did he? Well, even better. I don't want to give him the coins now. He can trade it off himself. What is this song? You like this one? This is Adrenaline.
A simple spell.
I'm leaving June 29th. I cannot stay forever. How long does it take for you to be able to come back? Really don't hate this. I think we're far enough ahead we don't need the rolling fireball and we can take that amulet. Have an awesome stream, Red. Hey, thanks, Master Ben. Thanks for being here. Adrenaline? Yeah, that's right.
I'm gonna win big.
Oh no, I've drawn my only 2 taunts. So I only draw 1.
Turning tides. Look with your mind.
Woe betide those who set themselves against me. For the Alliance! Back to the fight!
Red, long time no see. Your channel's grown and that's great to see. Thanks for being here. I was talking about this Chiefs yesterday. I forgot to look it up. I think it's like 6 months or something. Oh, okay. Are you planning on coming back or is he gonna go back out there?
These are due back tomorrow.
Also, I'm really hot. I don't like the heat. That's a cool looking card. Which one? This one? Looks kind of cool. I don't hate it.
The cold can't stop me. Neither can
Not gonna worry about that. It's not a big deal.
I get.
My only explanation is I was using my phone and my messages are too long. Oh gosh. I have another, my other suggestion I think might have been potentially viable. You were blitzed out of your gourd, typing on an Etch-a-Sketch, thinking it was being sent over to Twitch. We got 9 wins. That is spectacular news. Hearthstone is so fun and streaming is so easy when you're winning a bunch of arena games. They should just let me win all the time. Ugh, I opened up Twitter and it's like a picture of Dreads. What is this?
The
Yeah.
rituals consume all.
The time for dreaming is over.
Good to keep that, but it's really not very good, right? This is also a pretty good card to keep. You know what? I'm gonna keep that. Because then if we draw the parrot, we'll have something in the pool for the parrot. That's really good, right? You sure it's not a triple X site? I'm not sure. His pants were off. Luckily, I didn't have my galactic grade microscope, so I could see it. I didn't have to see anything. I've been zonked at several stages in the past 2 months, but not that much. I definitely hit send on the messages. Oh, okay. I know you don't believe me, but I'm still gonna try to make it up there. I just don't know how. I don't know how to ride the train. I know you don't believe me. I want to. Can you just send Chiba down now, and then I'll meet him, and then we can ride the train up together?
No, that's not right.
Is that a possibility? Chiba will come to Italy sometime later this year. Hopefully I will be back when I figured out some stuff at home, but for now I'm going to see nature tomorrow and I'm focusing on that. Oh, nice. That's incredible. Nature's great. Oregon does have some very nice nature. I don't know where it is. It's kind of all around us, I feel. At all the times. I will say, this run, Bubbler has almost never just got popped. And it's felt really good to have a 1-mana 2/4 at the start of every game, or 5 or 6 times, right? I could have done, I could have pinged it, but let's put say 6/6 on the board. Does Arcane Overflow on a Divine Shield give you an 8/8? I don't think so. I think it gives you nothing and removes the Divine Shield and deals 8 to it. I think.
What do I take?
Or it would have given us like a 5/5 there. I think it gives you a one. Actually, not sure. Maybe it gives you a 5/5.
Pay up or get out.
I'm a big fan of Oregonian nature. I wish there was a high-speed rail line through the Americas. I would visit so many friends. The fact that there isn't one blows the mind. We need a high-speed rail system so Bert can visit his friends. It gives you what it would give you if there wasn't a shield, it only pops a shield? Maybe, yeah. Yeah, something like that, right? It definitely doesn't remove the shield and then kill the guy. It doesn't do 2 instances of damage.
Let's wreak some havoc.
Let's wreak some havoc. Shut the hell up. I could play this. I can play this and ping. I could play the bird and get a much bigger card, I guess. It's like always gonna be a good target, right? I think it gives you, oh, I already read that. Hey Merc, how are you, dude? Sometimes chat moves really fast, and I look at the game for a second, I look back and I miss like 10 messages. And other times I look back and there's no new messages. You guys need to do whatever you want. You don't have to do anything, but you could just like message at like a steady pace. Merc, gifting 1 to Tiny Jane Doe. You're very kind, Merc. I'm sure that lady appreciates it. And you know what? I do too.
I'm not going down without a fight.
What I like about this is no more tap. You get 5 cards to live. You don't get to tap into a Reno. You don't get to turn me into a zombie turkey. You just don't. What the hell? Was that my phone? Or was that the song? Oh baby, new follower. Well, that didn't tell me who it was. Qwerty Pie re-following. Wait, they unfollowed? God, no wonder my Twitch check was so light. All those all those unfollowers. Thank you very much, Merc. Finkel Einhorn, god damn it. Can you link it for me, Bert? Because if I recall, I can never find it. It's the 3rd time I can never find that card. I don't mind doing that card, I have no hope of finding it. If not, I'll try to look again. It's like tokens don't show up, or they do.
Job's done.
I don't know where it is. Do me a big favor, guy, and let that live.
Scale deep.
I can't find him. You can't contain Redbeard's farts in a jar. Would you kiss Dreads in the lips? Would I? No. I have no desire to do that. Gosh. We have low rolled 6 minions, probably. Not one fairly statted minion. Which is really just a disappointment. Oh, we're gonna skip this for now. Come on, it's too early. Too early in the stream. Alright, I'm gonna pay Burtis Farts back, and then if you link it for me, I'll do it for you, okay? I cannot find that card.
Bid starts at 200 gold.
Let's get started.
How do I pay him back? Review requests, reject Bert. Just so you can have his points back. So what do we want? Him to go face? you had to choose one word to describe your farts, what would they be? Abundant? I actually get a bigger one if I shoot here. And then I might as well double trade. Feels rejected, Beard. I'm not trying to... I'll give you... from what I remember... I've been inside of that thing for months. And I think he screams out, Finkel strike! I happen to hear it. I hear it to do an appropriate level job. Bump there, play this, seems bad. God damn it, I have both my taunts again. Shrink it, ping it. I'm just gonna kill it, man. Send that turd to the depths of hell. How about Pit Lord instead? Alright. I'll do Pit Lord for you. It's gonna kill me. Insert. How was that?
Science overwhelming.
You can't stop this snowstorm.
Make me look like an idiot. But I hope that I gave you your farts back. I hope that you feel so you got something worthwhile out of that. I do. Suddenly the Murloc Lord. Oh god. Hey, that's an ice spell. Let's take that.
You can't stop this snowstorm.
I should get out of bed. You should stay in bed forever, Kessie. Never leave. You sound like Lope trying to talk with a mouthful of peanut butter. Does he talk like that? Oh man, that's not good for him. Does anybody have the phone number for 911? Jesus Christ! Dropped all my Pokemon cards. Warlock even has a Murloc archetype. What's something you're really proud of? The stream. I'm very proud of the growth and the success the stream has had. I'm very proud of how hard I've worked. I'm very proud of how hard I've worked and of the collection of community members that we have acquired over time. I really am.
The cold can't
All right,
stop
I'm going to regret this play if I draw my evasive worm in the near future, like before I can get this down. But I think being able to kill like a 6/6 or a 7/7 would be a lot better for us. I'm very hard with how proud of you I am, Redbeard. Come on. Why would that affect your wiener, Ratbox? Why? Why would that affect your wiener bone? Alright, I'm just gonna play it now before it's too late.
Tide those who set themselves against me. For the Alliance!
I just feel like a rune and a Drakefire are coming, so if he doesn't get a taunt or removal, I want to be able to set up some sort of pseudo-lethal. Were you being honest when you said you were very hard? No, I misspoke. Getting out of bed is a bad habit. You do it once, then you do it twice, then boom, people expect you to. Yeah, just never get out. You have to roll around to avoid bed sores, and I think.
I've heard of it.
Wow, he only drew one. This hot air balloon is invincible. This hot air balloon got dunked. I'm a community member. You're great, John. It's wonderful to have you here. It's a good question. I'm very proud of the stream. And let's try to get one more run. If you're watching this bad boy on YouTube, make sure to hit the like and subscribe and ring the bell for notifications. Leave a comment. How did I do with that voice acting? Did you love it or Did it scare you?
Jaina versus Garrosh.
The last YouTube video's doing pretty good, doing pretty well. Already got over 1,000 views. I'm going first. What is that, 2 or 3? This is at least the 3rd game in a row. Cool, YouTube's doing okay. Gonna keep that. I'm gonna ditch that actually. Ring the bell like a mental patient. Well, you don't necessarily have to do it like that.
A fine purchase.
I'd really prefer not to cast that on curve. My Wugo, me Wugo. Thank you for the follow. GG, well played. Thanks, Cassie. I'm gonna try to get one more win, okay? What's my best 3-drop draw? Initiate? Oh, you're a turn late, you little worm. Sorry, I'm gonna do a little bit of What the hell just happened? Is it normal to enjoy watching Hearthstone more than playing it? I think a lot of people do that. Actually, I go through periods in time where I prefer watching Magic the Gathering to playing it. It can be very difficult to play as well as the people you watch, and they're very difficult games in general, I would say. So, no, I think that's pretty normal. A 5-mana 7/7 that pings for 1. That would be a card you would take, right? Probably. If you were given a superpower, honest question, where would you go 10 plus? Where you would go 10 plus on every single arena run, but you had to talk like Steve Urkel, would you do it? Nah, it would get boring playing arena if you always went 10. Because you just would be like, well, games 1 through 9 or 1 through 10 or whatever, you'd know the outcome. It would actually probably drive you mad. And then talking like Steve Urkel feels like a very minimal detriment, but still a detriment all the same.
I won't go down without a fight.
No execute, hopefully. I mean, if you got an execute, you're gonna execute. I do not have the time to play, so I watch while I am doing... Oh dear. Well, it still breaks his weapon and he takes 7, so... The issue is my hand is really susceptible to this card. Just gets popped right away. Alright. I guess we're gonna actually have to play a game. I'll take the Blizzard. I don't love it, but it might actually get some value here. I don't have the time to play, so I watch while I'm doing something else. I cannot keep track of all the new sets, so watching helps to get what is happening with the meta. Yeah. If I had 1 more mana, that would probably be unfair because I already have 1 more mana than them, but I'd be happier, that's for sure. Like if I could have just variant it. What does this card do? Whenever it takes damage. So even if it dies, it summons 1, right? It's probably not good for me. We have the jellyfish, but he's gonna get value now. It's gonna be hard to get through all those taunts. I work night shift, so this is one of my favorite streams to watch while I'm at work. What do you do at work, Ace? Are you like cemetery guard or like
How can I help
some
you?
other type of guard. I think I'm actually just gonna take the blizzard now. I guess I can kill the 2/3. That's actually a very nice draw too. Alright, let's do this.
Beauty's more than scale.
I don't want this farming me. He's only got a few resources right now. Huh? What? Why would that be frozen? Am I missing something?
No, that's your.
Why is that frozen? I'm a 911 operator, so it's usually quiet at night. Oh, okay. It summoned another? Yeah, but why was it frozen? Why was the one it summoned frozen? That doesn't make sense, does it? Deals damage, then it freezes? It's not a frenzy, right? It's not like it procs in the middle of the spell. So everything work that way? Maybe they do. I'm a fool. I get Divine Shield and Rush. I put it down to a 4/1. Feels kind of bad.
Iridescent.
Actually, I think I'm gonna trade that.
Purchase.
That is maybe not a disaster, but kind of a disaster. That's the first time probably this run we've missed out on the Divine Shield at a time where we were close to playing Bavarian. If it had one more health, or sorry, one more attack, obviously we would have just one-shot it. I don't think it's wrong to draw there. You have pretty low odds. Even if you had a taunt, it's still just kind of like a little bad, but now this card's like useless, so. What are you gonna do? I didn't think that we wanted to ruin there. Really not like super favored to develop a nice board or even kill that from there. Nor do I think it was necessary. But 8 mana 7/7 taunt that draws one card. That's what we have now. It's pretty stinky. I'm an accountant here in Poland. It's 9 AM and your stream keeps me company when I start my shift. Well, that's good. That's good news. Can I come visit you in Poland and we'll eat Polish sausages together? And that is not me coming on to you. This allows me to kill that.
What more can I ask for?
Is this worth a rune now? Maybe. There's like no downside. Multicaster draws us Blizzard. I only actually draw 2. Yeah, it's like another execute. It gets kind of bad. All right, let's just rip it.
Job done.
Probably gonna roll an Arcane Overflow though, right? Yeah, that went poorly for us. That's for sure. 11 wins. Hi, YouTube. Yeah, that was not a good roll though. If Arcane Overflow and 2 Ruined Orbs. So. Famous last words before I fart. Why are they your last words? Just what you wanted, Redbeard. An Ice Blood Tower and a low roll from your Ice Blood Tower. Increasing your opponent's health. Shattering Blast to kill nothing. And don't forget, we had a Rolling Fireball that rolled the wrong way. Great. Morning Fart Folk. Hey, Jerome. There's 11 cards left. I can clear a lot of this board. Also play the 8 and ping. If he gets a Divine Shield, it's kind of nice. Blizzard's still pretty good. Could take the Fire spell.
I only need one shot.
Hope it hits him in the face. Okay, well, second best target actually. Ignite's kind of interesting because this may come down to fatigue. Yeah, so the next one is guaranteed to pull Arcane Overflow if we don't cast Ignite, which I think is what we'll do. Not even double Ice Blood. Must have come to the wrong stream. Hey Taz, how are you? Where have you been? Working your Australian job. You should quit it. It's in my mouth. Whose hair is that? Probably mine. Hopefully mine. Saddest Varian. Yeah, it draws nothing now. I just realized that. That's great. That's great. Oh crap, I messed up. Oh, no I didn't. I got my golden balls. I got off work earlier today to go to the store. I got some sushi and renewed my driver's license. Oh my god, wait, you have a driver's license? I remember when I used to have a driver's license.
Been there.
Alright, hold on. Only card. Wait, I just drew my last spell? Oh my god. I was like, yeah, I'll cast it for free. That's great. We lost a 1 in 10. Man, we lost a lot of things. We lost... we lost it all. I guess this is better for us, right? Wait, how do I deal 2? Oh, it can cast the Ignite? Wait, I don't think I actually want to do that. I think I should have cast this already, but I can use that to cast on those things. Hit... Ping his face. I really want to get this down. Alright, whatever.
Been there. Cast that.
Went to the DMV today. Wait time was 3 hours and I left the DMV. Use Ignite? Yeah, then I Ice Blood Tower the Ignite. I probably ignite my own guys or my own face. Yeah. Tuna and prawn with avocado and cucumber. Tuna and prawn? That's actually not that bad. It's bad, and we're gonna lose, but you know, it could be worse. Really, might actually be able to kill it. You can trade one, you can trade the other. Okay, I can't even come close to killing it. Maybe we can... No, we're dead. Alright, I can freeze the Neptulon. So I can bunker Lion's Guard. Lion's Guard's not active. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can kill everything other than the Neptulon.
The courage of man shall not fail.
And then I can freeze the Neptulon. Oh no, I can't. Because I have to freeze the Neptulon.
You can't stop this snowstorm.
I think this is more important than the meeting stone. But I don't know what I do about Neptulon next turn. I guess I could get a Gray Sage Parrot, maybe? I mean, almost all the cards left in our deck are dead draws, so I don't think it really matters. If you don't have a driver's license, how do you drive a streamer Lamborghini? Well, I have my streamer-appointed caretaker, butler, Dreads, who drives the car for me while I do Sudoku in the back seat. What are the best arena classes? Warlock, Warrior, and Hunter. Some combination of those three. Are the clear cut like top classes. Chauffeur, yeah, but he does more than just chauffeur. He also cleans the toilet bowl, cleans the tub. I do the number 2 in the tub. This bike has a Lambo badge on it. Mage is up there. Yeah, Mage is like the 4th or 5th best class, I think.
Who is next on the chopping block?
Bird me.
A fine purchase.
Alright, well, I don't know. I'm assuming I'm dead, but I think we have to get this little rock down this turn, so. Why'd you stop driving? Just to save money? Initially, yeah. When I first started streaming, I was still leasing my Honda. And
Go down without fight.
I was leasing my Honda, and then I was like not going anywhere because I was saving money, but I had a car bill and insurance, and I was barely driving. And then I was like, well, my lease expired or whatever, and I was like, well, why am I gonna get another car? I haven't driven in like 6 months or 5 months or something. I mean, I drove, but like it's like I am very uninvested in driving. And then I would Uber if I needed to go somewhere, so I kind of just got used to that. A big Honda